Love. Goddamn, my voice be sounding weird when I first hear myself talk on camera, y'all. Love, love, and third eye vibrations. What's going on with y'all, man? Hey, welcome to part 5, number 5, edition 5 of my series on how to maintain a free mind in a controlled society. This world that you live in, that I live in, is controlled, to say the least. Y'all want to know something crazy? My very first video that I ever posted onto the internet, like with my face on camera talking, was on an Instagram page that has since been deleted. My Instagram that I have now is my second Instagram that I've ever had. But I basically said in this video, we all got the same 24 hours. There's no need to be envious. There's no need to hate. There's no need to look at the next man or woman and say, damn, they got something that I don't have. Especially when you're a grown adult, because we all have the same 24 hours. We all have the same equal clock, the same 12 hours of sun and 12 hours of moon to manifest our life and our reality. And with that being said, let me just start off by speaking to y'all on rituals. Once again, a ritual, a quote-unquote magical act, mystical or metaphysical act to invoke a certain energy, to invoke a frequency, to ultimately program your subconscious mind to bring forth the reality that you want, bring forth the mindset that you want, or bring forth the physical things in this world that you desire. Aligning with a certain frequency and staying on it is the purpose. Because if you are not controlling your own mind, if you are not consciously ritualizing yourself and your subconscious mind, programming it how you want it to be programmed, to be the person that you want to be, to speak the way that you want to speak, to present yourself the way that you want to present yourself, you will inevitably be a part of someone else's program, someone else's ritual onto you. So again, y'all, I am Angelo, CTRL. I tell y'all how to get control in your life, how to maintain a frequency of peace, solitude, tranquility, salvation, freedom, ultimately living spiritually, ultimately living from the heart, ultimately living in congruence and harmony with natural law, the desires of your heart, the needs of your physical body, the needs of your lower chakra and lower nature, the fulfillment needs of your higher nature, cognitive, beauty, aesthetic, esteem, all of these things rounded up, mixed into one. It is very intricate to stay and maintain this frequency and standard, because I notice from life experiences, talking to people, relaying this energy and message, and just seeing people grow in the ways that they grow, being influenced by the things that they're influenced by. This particular standard, drugs, discipline, working out, focusing, art, creativity, reading, not giving a fuck, not taking things personal, and living spiritually, and potentially creating music, whatever it is that you want to do in your reality. And I feel myself being more vulnerable. That's definitely been the theme of 2024 for me. Y'all should practice it. It's something to shedding all layers of yourself. Again, I don't know if I even told y'all about the egg theory, but if I didn't, I'm gonna tell y'all now. The egg theory was something I remember I invented. I was on a hike like 7 in the morning. Just got off of a shift at some temp job that I had like 2 years ago. Boom, I'm on this hike and I'm thinking of Young Thug, the rapper, versus a doctor or lawyer. Ironically, he's fighting a case right now. Ironically, him and Trouble had a song called Thief in the Night, and one is fighting a case, and one lost his life. R.I.P. Trouble. This game is wicked. Protect yourselves. Stay 10 toes. Watch your back. Keep your head on the swivel. All of the things that you need to do to not fall victim to a demon manifested physically with hate and envy and negative energy and intolerance of a nigga shining. Stay far away from him. All right? Boom. Fuck. What was I talking about? Being vulnerable. Shedding the layers of yourself. Releasing of the ego. Dissolution. Being naked, damn near. Metaphorically, at least. You know, to not have so many personal things, egoic defenses, stances that you hold on to and cling to and will defend to the end. You know, to release all of these things has to be done, first off, in order to be the 100% magician, to be the true magician, to be the true wielder of all things and energies, people, frequencies, places, ultimate control of your reality and your environment. The shedding of the ego, that process of dissolution, has to be done. So again, the egg theory, you take an individual like Young Thug, as expressive and free and unique and creative and just living from the heart and spiritually raw as he is as an individual, and you take a lawyer or a doctor, someone who has had to climb intellectual and left brain ranks to climb up in their field and get certified to be who they are. There's so much ego identification that has to take place, so much conscious thoughts and mental activity taking place, left brain analyzing and logical way of being. Nonetheless, or needless to say, or say to the less, whatever phrase I could insert right there, the ego entrapment is deep in an individual like that. The raw spiritual vulnerability and openness is what you would see in an individual like Young Thug. Shout out Jeffrey, Free Jeffrey, one of my favorite rappers. I got a lot of theories and words I could say on Young Thug, but I'm gonna say that for future videos. I think he's a very polarizing figure in this world and this culture. Of course, a polarizing figure can see and feel another polarizing figure. Imagine your soul as the yolk. Imagine the shell being layers of ego, layers of defense, layers of protection, layers of identification, layers of I am this, layers of I don't do that, layers of I cannot do this, layers of I can't be perceived or seen this way, layers of I can't present myself this way, layers of I can't say this, layers of I shouldn't listen to that, layers of I shouldn't watch that, layers of I shouldn't think this. All of those layers of ego identification, ego entrapment is what separates individuals. At least one thing that you could say separates individuals. One standpoint, one viewpoint. Again, this is my theory. I came up with it like 2 years ago. It's valid. You can apply it to many people. But only once you get to the point of extremely raw vulnerability and openness and, of course, acceptance for yourself, acceptance for others, living from the heart. But I'm gonna keep reiterating to y'all, raw and extreme vulnerability with your thoughts, emotions, words, and actions is one way to free yourself. Now, again, I would be remiss, or I will almost not be doing my due diligence if I didn't say this type of shit to y'all because I also have to realize how much I've shared psychedelic knowledge and information to the internet and gave it in such a free way, in such a, try this, do this, in a responsible way at the same time, but, through life experiences, I have seen how these substances can really affect the mind of an individual, affect people, the path and direction that someone may have been going, their human path is forever skewed and forever turned this way once you start partaking in the psychedelic substances. Because again, that's your spirituality. That's your innate ways of being, your nature, your raw, true, vulnerable self, your spirit, your astrological DNA and genetic encoding, not the societal standards and cultural levels that you seek to appease on a day-to-day. Unconscious and you unconsciously do it because you act unconsciously, you're acting out of habit, but you've been so deeply subconsciously programmed to be this way on this planet and function like a human. Boom. Functioning, thinking, and being a citizen, a civilian in this society. Now, I can speak on it very, like it's a low-level thing, but, I have respect and peace and cordialness with all people that I meet, but I understand deeply the mind control of everyone on this planet. The psychological programmings, tools, and tactics that have been used to usurp your mind and your natural way of being, to take it from one form, isolate it, put it into uniform ways of being and interacting and walking about in this world, it'd take, I don't even think you could decode it all in a year within yourself and the outer environment. I've been on this particular path for 12 years. And it's crazy to think about, but I guess more so just understanding truth and knowledge. And truth and knowledge is subjective to most people. Of course, there's an objective truth and knowledge, but I started early with conspiracy theories and, learning about 9/11 and Hitler and these type of things, American and world secrets that have been hidden from the public, new perceptions and ways to look at the individuals that we vote for and put into power and allow them to lead and guide us. I can't believe I'm speaking as a us and as a people like this. But again, this is the mind trap and the mind control that most individuals are falling into due to many methods. But again, the conspiracies and all of that, you can really damn near completely ignore it. But what you do have to acknowledge is your physical reality and those around you and those who are deeply, deeply steeped in mind control, deeply steeped and entranced in their own egos, deeply entranced in the hypnotizing entertainment of this society, the ways of being, everything in America that just pulls you and distracts you from your own mind and your internal realizations, your internal everything, many distractions everywhere you go. But, understand one thing, the enemy of you, conscious person, smart person, intellectual person, I'm assuming mostly balanced within your right and left brain, at least if you've been watching my last videos, at least if you've been caring to balance out your right and your left brain. I started off this video by motivating you to go hard. Now, again, that is a very, very, very contrast way of our innate ways of being on this planet. I will admit and I will say, the part of us that wants to sleep, eat, and fuck does not want to wake up and go and work. All right? This is the game of life. This is the polarization that they have you in the pull between your lower self and your higher self, your lazy self and your active self, your dark and your light, your will to create and produce, and your desire to sleep and indulge and feel and sense the pleasures of this life. That is an extreme obstacle that is often overlooked by people that have been disciplined and diligent and focused for many years, to the point where that's their reality. Of course, I ain't even gonna speak on myself, but I sense it and feel it. The older I get, I look around and I see people in very similar positions that they've been the past 6-7 years. And ultimately it does start with the mind. It starts with your willpower. It starts with you wanting different, with you wanting a change. Understand that you can apply that same discipline and focus that's needed to be applied to making money in this outside world, to lifting weights. You can apply that same diligence and focus in your own internal processes to bloom, to become new, to transform, to go in and begin the alchemical process of change. It is not meant to be easy. There are a lot of things in this world that are hard to face. Simply death, your mortality, the fact that we're gonna leave one day, the fact that everyone that you know is gonna go, the fact that, people are being murdered, the fact that violence, negativity, darkness, all of these things take place here, and you yourself are subject to it. You're not immune to violence. You're not immune to trauma. You're not immune to confrontation. Be aware of it. Stay grounded within the middle point and stay protected. Again, strengthen your auric field. Call on your ancestors and your spirit guides to protect and lead you. Damn, I had a point. I was going down somewhere very important. Be grateful, always. Protect yourself. Be diligent. Be vigilant, like Batman. Because a lot of people want what you got, men and women. Protect the things that you have. This is a new year. This is a goddamn election year. Shit is gonna get chaotic on this planet. Even me, when I can be so in harmony in my day-to-day, in my life, vibrating on a peaceful frequency, I can forget the dangers that await many, the flight or fight and survival mentality that a lot of people are living in on this planet, in this country. That's heavy. That is heavy. But I think I'm always mirrored by the perspective. I keep a lot of perspectives in perspective, but I'm always mirrored by the perspective or reminded of it, of the immigrant seeking and hoping to come to America current day. The immigrant that came to America 40 years ago and got in the library, learned English, learned the economy, started from nothing, and built up $100,000 plus business, from nothing to something. That is alchemy. You, American man, American woman, are by chance easily distracted by things of this world, things that pull you, things that are shiny and colorful and smell good and taste good and look good, not even fulfilling the needs, wants, and desires of your sacral chakra, but fulfilling the imagination of it. A lot of things in this world, because many have not even experienced the things that on your mind you want to experience, do, and see, and be, but you're still bombarded with imagery and the energy of all of these things, people, places, energies, frequencies, lustful images, thoughts, people, lifestyles, celebrity lifestyles that, of course, look good on camera, but you'll never know the chaos in anyone's life that goes on behind closed doors, the fear that people live in within their own mind and their outer reality. So again, 9 times out of 10, if you watching me, if you on YouTube seeking this information, if you have stumbled across the words occult, crystals, spirituality, tarot, it helps to acknowledge and understand the frequency that you're in, present awareness of your reality. And this helps by understanding the objective reality, natural law, yourself within this life and game of life, not just being tied in and concerned with the subjective reality, the reality of the ego, the reality of your mind, the reality of your inner world. Look around, compare, judge, use discernment, see where you stand, see where you rank. All of these things will help in a way that I see that I should have kept fucking going, because now I done lost that point, but it's okay. Objectivity helps to determine yourself, the contrast within you and these celebrities and people that you're seeing, the mental freedom that you can skate on and that you probably are skating on just by maintaining your day-to-day, your year-to-year, your practices, your habits, your rituals, different from their rituals, which may be a lot more strong, passionate, fiery. May not even be doing it on purpose. A lot of people in this world are just involved in rituals because of their environment, the people that they're around, the things that they want. They end up manifesting frequencies and people that are doing these things and these magical acts. You find yourself in a ritual. You working your job and clocking in is a ritual. A ritual for you to work for another person. A ritual for you to stay content within this mind frame of, I am earning money, but you're not making money. You're earning it. You're trading your time for money. They're giving you something in exchange for your time and your body. And that can keep you content, and it can keep you in the flow, and it can keep you in a steady state until you die. Now, there are other people on this planet that throw up at the idea of working for another person. So they will get and go and strive by all means to achieve survival. Really is what it is at the end of the day. But living a fast life versus a slow life, you are met with a lot of different temptations, energies, split decisions having to be made. I don't know why I'm decoding the world like this in this way, but I hope it's helping y'all to maintain a free mind and a controlled society, because that is my goal. That is my purpose. That is the purpose of this video in particular. Shout out to y'all for watching me. Shout out to y'all for fucking with me. Boom. Ego entrapment is heavy. A lot of people will die and defend their stance down to their sports team or their favorite celebrity. Now, it helps to observe, it helps to know, it helps to understand why they are like this. It helps to understand the causal factors behind the individual having to identify with so many things externally, and then internally they feel as if it's a part of them, and it does energetically and spiritually become a part of you. Now, I'm not judging to say it's right, wrong, bad, or negative, but it is something to be observed and to witness primarily. It's something to witness. And again, not to say that I haven't been trapped into it. I cried when LeBron lost the Eastern Conference semifinals in like 2010. I want to say 2010 or 9. I shed real tears as a 6th grader. And I know as grown men to this day still believe in his sports, gods, figures, and idols in that manner. Now again, these gods, figures, and idols, people, sports figures that have reached these heights in society, again, I don't look at it as a negative. I think that their skill, the time put in, the time manifested to become that individual with that many eyes on you and perform at that level when asked at all times, I believe that the law of compensation is evident in the eyes, the money, the things, and the value that they bring. People argue that a goddamn teacher should be getting paid more than an NBA player. That teacher is indoctrinating and programming a young mind to be a functioning thing in this society and compare and do the do's and don'ts of this world and compare yourself to the next and get and want what they have and seek more material fulfillment. If I'm contradicting myself, good, because you must understand that your spiritual gains and heights that you are trying to reach on this planet, the mental salvation and freedom that you wish to achieve, that you desire, is in complete opposition with your material and ego wants. Now, to pair the two and expand in both ways, expand in your lower nature and your higher nature simultaneously, is the frequency that I offer y'all. I'm not gonna get into my personal philosophy just yet because I don't know if I'll end up starting a new religion with this information and with this energy, with this soundproof, tried and true ideology way of being on this world, but I'm willing to find out, but not yet. Y'all can find it on my threads if y'all, threads is weird, but I like threads. I think that they're seeking and searching out the way that people interact and react to a Twittergram, because a lot of people are insecure and feel a way to post on their feed on Instagram with the eyes and the energies and the particular personal relationships and frequencies that you have with those that watch your story and follow you. Many can be in a state of stagnation when it comes to posting, or even afraid after they post. That's a real fucking thing. I don't know what mental disorder that would be titled in 2024. Not like Snapchat dysmorphia, where these hoes love to have a filter on their face to the point where they don't like the way they look without the filter. That is an issue, but I wish that individual peace. Threads, I feel like, I've put a lot of my thoughts out on threads, so I know I know they know what I know and see what I see. But at the same time, it gives people damn near more of a commentary and an egoic perspective and stance on this world within their own bubble. Because a lot of people that had Instagram, me for example, did not have Twitter. I tried Twitter, but I was never about to just start following and making a whole new Twitter life when I was this invested into my pseudo Instagram personality that I am now detached from. The same detachment that I offer y'all, but of course the subconscious and unconscious ways that you put so much hope and faith into your online personality and the things that you're doing on the internet and feeling as if you did not have these things and outlets of expression or creativity or production, that you might look around like, damn, what do I do now? Where do I go? What is life? I think that's a good thing for you to determine within yourself how much time you're putting into these apps, social media, and this, that, and the other. But I ain't gonna be just another nigga telling y'all to stay off of Instagram, because I have been that nigga telling y'all to stay off Instagram. But at the same time, as I've drawn back from the social media world to start the year 2024, I think I'm seeing it from a new light. I'm seeing myself from a new light. And it's an inevitable process that happens once you withdraw from the 2D reality and focus more on the 3D reality, the 4D reality, and of course, the higher etheric realm being the 5D reality. But most people is like this, and not even getting useful information off of this high-powered device that sits in your pocket. You could feed yourself so much information, audiobooks, podcasts, lectures. Your notes are such a tool for you to maintain thoughts and downloads and energies and perspectives. You need a goddamn set of personal commandments. This is vital. This is a necessity. In the times that we living in now, you are so easily pulled and distracted if you are not solid and steady on 10 toes, firm ground in your own personal belief system, let alone your objective knowledge and intellect and shit that you can know and study and read about and come to understand. Your own internal things that you do not fold on, that you do not give on, that is going to ultimately bring forth that reality that you want to manifest, that way of being that you want to be in this world, all of the things. So I offer y'all to start with that. Don't try to do all 10 of your commandments in one swipe. Start by 1, start by 2. List things up under these commandments, reminders, frequencies. This is your personal life. You must take more control of your life. You absolutely must take more control of your mind. A high-level thinker controls what they see. A low-level thinker is controlled by what they see. Shout out 19 Keys. You absolutely have to control what you see in this world, what you are feeding into yourself, what you are bringing into yourself, because you're inevitably impacted and influenced subconsciously by these things. And it's so deep, because if you're not consciously aware, matter of fact, to quote the God Brother Panic, to be consciously aware of the ritual is to take power from the ritual. Hopefully I ain't misquoting Panic too much, but to be aware of the ritual, to be consciously aware, to know what's going on, to see it, to be able to discern and judge what is happening here versus what is happening here. What is this person trying to do with you versus what these people are trying to do with you? What is these people trying to do with these people? That's understanding a lot of the psychological and energetic and intuitive shit, microcosmic shit of this world. But to understand the rituals going on every day, day to day, even these people stopping at red lights, I'm just saying the society is extremely controlled. So understanding the rituals, food, media, entertainment, news, your everyday media, movie programming, I should say, the way in which they play on your mind and your psyche to put certain ethnic groups in a victim mentality and a me against you mentality, fighting against another culture, another group, not knowing that the people that institute all control systems and things that are in place, it works either way, just to have you running around fighting each other and defending whatever you defend if you're not going to come into unity and alignment to rebel and reverse the human slavery. But that'll happen when it happens. For now, focus on your individual self. For now, focus on aligning your mind and your heart, getting in complete harmony, complete 100% holistic balance within your brain, your heart. Your aura will shine. You as an individual will attract and have so much more control over yourself, your mind, physically. First off and foremost has to be done. The shedding of the ego, the dissolution of the mind, the inner work, all has to be done in order to become the true magician. Y'all gotta know who y'all talking to. Y'all gotta know who y'all hearing from in these videos. I'm not trying to make you a better man or woman for society or for the next person. If that's a side effect of you tapping in with self and freeing your mind, then good. I would say it's a 98% chance that that is going to be the side effect if you align with this particular frequency. And with that being said, y'all, I'm going to end this video, even though I got a lot more I could say, but I'm going to end the video for now. I fuck with y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. And may you never, ever, ever relax your principles.